Very good morning. So today here I'm explaining about the heat transfer through a PPT presentation. Let's start with the introduction about the heat transfer. What do you mean by heat transfer? Heat transfer is a transfer of heat from one substance to another substance due to the temperature difference. The examples for heat transfer I can give. So one is the absorbed heat generated by the combustion of the fuel in heat engines and power plants. Heat absorption, refrigeration, air conditioning. So heat generated at the tool work interface during machining, forging, etc. So these are about the examples for heat transfer. So the study of heat transfer and the changes occurs during transferring of heat from one region to another region or from one substance to another substance is very much important in design and analysis. So this is about a brief introduction about the heat transfers. All the points it is listed out here, so I can go through the definitions, examples, and another point what I told, the study of heat transfers and the changes occurs during transfer of heat is very much important in design and analysis. This is about a brief introduction about the heat transfer. Next, I'll start with the modes of heat transfer. What do you mean by modes of heat transfer? Modes is nothing but the different types of heat transfer. So generally we can see the different types of heat transfer. There are three types. One is conduction, convection, radiation. What do you mean by conduction? Conduction is a heat transfer from one substance to another substance that are in physical contact with each other from a higher temperature to a lower temperature region. The conduction mode of heat transfer can be seen in solids, liquids, and gases. The examples for conduction mode of heat transfer, one is the heat transferring from a burner to a liquid containing in a container. So this is one example. Another example, ice cubes holding in our hands. So this is a common examples for conduction mode of heat transfer. So all this what I explained, what is the definition of conduction, can go through. Conduction is a method of heat transfer between substances that are in physical contact with each other. The heat transfer taking place from a region of higher temperature to a lower temperature. Conductions takes place in solids, liquids, and gases. Examples: heat transfer from a burner to the liquid in a container, ice cooling down in our hands. So these are the simple and best examples for conduction. Next, convection. Convection is a method of heat transfer from one substance to another by the movement of the particles of the substance. So that is the conduction definition. The conduction mode of heat transfer commonly can be seen in liquids and gases but cannot be seen in solids. The examples for convection: a fan blowing air over the heated object, hot water rising over the cold water in a geyser. So these are the examples for convection. Next, I'm explaining radiation. What do you mean by radiation? A radiation is a method of heat transfer between non-contacting substances or objects in form of particles or waves. So that is the definition of radiation. So the radiation mode of heat transfer can be seen in solids and liquids but cannot be seen in gases. The examples for radiation: the heat emitted from the sun or fire, or heat released from the filament of a light bulb. So these are the examples for radiation mode of heat transfer. Here there is an image. Can you see the image? In this image, all the mode of heat transfer is represented: conduction, convection, radiation. So here you can see the person is holding a vessel, so with the help of the handle. So the heat transfer, it is taking place from the handle to the person hand. So you can see the conduction mode of heat transfer. By the movement of the water particles, the upper surface of the liquid, it will be gets heated by the movement of the liquid particles. So whatever the rays or waves it is producing from the fire, it will be heating the bottom surface of the container. So the radiation mode of heat transfer can be seen. So all the three modes of heat transfer, conduction, convection, radiation, can be seen in this image. Next, I'm explaining about the Fourier law of heat conductions. So what it says, it states that the heat transfer dq by dt through a homogeneous solid material is directly proportional to the area A in a direction normal to the heat flow and to the temperature difference of the path of heat flow, that is dt by dx. dq by dt is proportional to area into temperature gradient, that is dt by dx. When the directly proportionate is equal with some constant, so the expression is obtained as q is equals to k into a into dt by dx, where k it is called constant of proportionality, called thermal conductivity, so expressed in watt per meter degree Kelvin. Q, heat flow through a body per unit time, expressed in watts. A is a cross-sectional area normal to the heat flow, expressed in meter square. dt by dx is temperature gradient. So this is about the Fourier law of heat conductions. Till now, what I explained through a PPT, so is very much useful for the diploma students. From these three concepts, any one question surely get in our external exams. So all of you, I'm thinking very make it useful this video. If you have anything doubts about these concepts, please free to contact me through this phone number 7892460977. So this is my contact number. So all of you stay at home and be safe. We can avoid the corona COVID-19. Thank you.